This is going to absolutely destroy my bookshelves, isn't it? Hello, my lovely friends, it's Margaret, and I am here to talk to you about some of my favorite book covers. This is a BookTube Veda subject suggested by Brianna over at Coffee Books and Bullet Journals. She was like, hey guys, I'm going to be doing this video. Would you like to do it with? Several of us are doing this. I will go ahead and link down in the description box the other hosts once they post their videos so that you can check those out as well. I'm just going to go through and talk about some of my favorite book covers and why I really like those book covers and why they draw me so well. We are only going to count actual publishing covers, not necessarily special edition ones that were commissioned. I have no notes. I'm just going with it because that's what's happening today. Okay, so one of my favorite covers, and it has been for a very long time, is Wither by Lauren DeStefano. So there are a couple of reasons that I really like this. First off, I really like the color scheme, how they've kind of kept that consistent throughout the entire book. I also really like the way graphic elements and typography are used on the cover. I think they draw your eye to the right thing. There's so much on this cover that when you look at it, after you've read the book, you sit there and you understand, but it's still you don't have to understand or have read the book to kind of be vibing with this, to understand there's some stuff going on here. Another one of my absolute favorite covers is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. Can you see that? Look at this. Look at her face. Look at her face. Do you see that? I just love the way the color scheme is used on this, the contrast between that teal and the red. I love the way that the type is done, and then they have these random foil elements. I think that just is so interesting because it draws the eye in different places and it ties together really, really well. While we are talking about the books that have people on the covers, I absolutely adore all of the Heist Society covers just because I think they do clever things with these photographs. Also, look at the contrast between Heist and Society. There's Heist Society. There is Uncommon Criminals and Perfect Scoundrels. And I love how you have the reflection of the main character's glasses, and that's telling a story in and of itself along with whatever is going on the front of this cover. I know some people don't like people on covers. I don't care, okay? As long as it's not a weird, awkward photo, I don't mind. I'm just gonna get all of the photograph ones out of the way. This is quite possibly the most beautiful cover I have ever seen. This is for A Wounded Name. It ties right in with the story. This is a Hamlet retelling from Ophelia's point of view, and this just is perfect for the whimsy and the really ethereal nature of this story. Also, it's freaking purple, and I love purple books. Two more that have people on them. I'll Be the One. You really can't see that. I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. Just look at how pretty and pastel. Again, we've got a very simple color scheme. It is very, very it's contained. It's using several colors. It's using a lot of foil elements and this great typography. The colorful background definitely influences her and backs her up, but it doesn't take away from the main character being on this cover. And then finally, another purple book, and that is There's Something About Sweetie. I love all of Sandhya Menon's covers just because I think that they really do draw you in. I love how they put the text here along with a photo of the main character. It's really nice how they manage to take and find ways to take pictures of them and have it close up, but not weird and awkward. You could definitely see this being a candid photo. I love this one just because, number one, it's purple, but also you have the sunglasses and you've got these color low key, but still packs a punch. We will move on to some more slightly abstract covers. I just love the way the set of Daughter of Smoke and Bone books look together. I love the fact that they're all primary colors, and the fact that it's all one color and then black and white underneath. I just think that that is such a cool, you're gonna see I really like that particular design technique, is to have a very simple color palette. I think that that just helps people kind of understand what's going on with the cover. I think you can do a lot with just a few colors. Speaking of covers that only have a few colors, these are some of the best covers. I just love how she uses, or they use this to tell a story. You're gonna ask, what's going on with that? I just think that these are so good. I like the way that they space these covers out, the way they use the color scheme, the type that they use. It just all fits so perfectly with this story. It draws you in. It's a little bit different fantasy, and I think they really do a good job of communicating that through these covers. Another one that has a very like simple color scheme is The Wicked King. I don't like the Cruel Prince quite as much in the black cover. I actually think the Cruel Prince works better in the white cover just because what they chose for the color of the branches is very similar to the color of the text. So the text here just stands out beautifully against that white, against those branches. You can just tell all the separate elements of this cover, and then you've got this one and you really can't, like, it's much harder to tell the separate elements there with this one. And I'm not going to pull down Queen of Nothing because while I enjoy the cover, I don't think it's the best one in the series. But we do have a Wicked King, and I just love, I think this is the best cover in the series, maybe, I don't know. Cruel Prince is kind of iconic, but I loved, like, this is why I got the black covers instead of the white covers to start, even though you couldn't get the black Cruel Prince when I bought this at the time. I just think it is so, like, cool to have, like, this very light, like, the blue of the water and the crown, and then you have the black background against all of this text, with the text, like, kind of in there. I just enjoy this cover so much. I also absolutely adore, if you can, what goes on underneath right there. That is so cool. I just think those are fun. While we're talking about simple color schemes, let's talk about Strange the Dreamer. This is it. It's blue and gold, and I absolutely adore how they just take what is very, like, there's not a lot fancy going on here, really. It's just two different colors. I mean, I guess the moth is kind of fancy. I love how just very geometric this is against this kind of, like, starry, swoopy blue and purple. I think that those contrast really well. That very, like, decided, what's the word? Like, that very, very sharp contrast of this against the blue. And then finally, if we're talking about simple color schemes, we just have to talk about Six of Crows, because I love how, once again, this is very simple, and yet there is so much going on this cover. Like, you've got three colors, you've got the buildings in the crow's wings, you've got the crow, very minimal detail on the crow, but it's still, like, you can tell what it is. I love it. I love just the font of this is just the perfect font for this story. I absolutely adore it. Plus, the sprayed edges were just a touch. I totally love that touch. And then we have, I love it. I think this is such a fun, like, I like very simple covers that don't have a lot going on, apparently. I'm not saying that they're bad if they have a lot going on. There are some very artistic covers, but, like, my favorite covers, the ones that, like, draw my eye, they're gonna be these. Forgot one, and we're gonna do that. I have to mention Trail of Lightning by, that's not the author's name, right? But Rebecca Roanhorse. I was gonna say Maggie, but Maggie is the main character, not the author. Look at this cover. Just look at that. Like, it's got this shiny gold. It's got the text. She's inside the text, and then she's standing on, like, just the composition of this cover between the text where she's standing, the pickup truck, the gold sky behind her, just screams adventure. I think they did a really good job of designing this cover, like one of the best designed covers I've ever seen. So that was just real quick some of my favorite covers. I thought about going into a whole bunch of stuff and getting into, but I just do not have the brain space, and I know I'm gonna have to edit this real fast, so I didn't want to make it too long. So here we are. If you are feeling chatty, let me know what are some of your favorite covers that you've ever found. Are any of these, like, amongst your favorites? Let me know. If you are not feeling chatty, just leave me a book emoji for book covers, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I will have videos over here if you are interested in what else I do on my channel. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!